What up, though?
What up, though?
It's your boy. Go up, see Spaceship Oasis, the Incredible.
I go DJ Lady J Rock.
And today, right now, I know it's Thursday. We got the Thursday house party coming up, but today we got a very special interview that we're going to do. We got attorney Audra Riley that's going to come in. She's going to talk to us. We got some questions we're going to ask, and it's kind of crazy. J Rock didn't really know much about this. As y'all know, I went to go vote the other day, and I don't even know if I told you, J Rock. What happened was when I went to go vote, there's something that I forgot that I didn't think about. Mm-hmm. You gotta know who you voting for.
Yeah, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And so, hold on. And so for me, I'm in there and I'm like, okay, I'm finna vote. And it was only like the Democratic primaries. And so I was like, oh shoot, I don't know none of these candidates. Mm-hmm. Right? I was like, oh shoot, I don't know any of these candidates. So I was like, well, let me grab my phone real quick. Let me reach out. Let me find out who these people are real quick. So it wasn't busy in there. And women, it was some older black women, and they were so nice. Yeah. They were so nice. They didn't rush me or anything. And so I was in there researching.
As you were in the booth, or?
Well, I was by the booth. Yeah.
Okay.
It really was. It was like me. It was like, me in there. You know what I'm saying? And so at that point, hold on. So at that point, I started Googling people. I started looking up people. And, I tried to read real quick. And this particular name for district county judge, she came up.
Yes.
And so I looked her up. I talked to her. And I was like, I'm really interested and I really want to have this opportunity. She just came in, so I'm going to introduce her. So let me add her real quick. Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
Good. And so I was just telling the story. I haven't even really told you. I'm in the voting booth and I'm looking up people. And when I saw yours, I was like, okay. And then I looked at the video real quick. I said, okay, this seems like some other people. And during this COVID and pandemic, I've really been getting into politics.
Yes.
And so I just said, let me reach out. And y'all, when I tell you, she responded quickly. Like she over her own Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
I really do.
Yeah, my own boss. There you go.
So it was really awesome for her to come back. And I was like, well, we want to do an interview, even if we don't do it, on the actual show. So she said, yeah, I'm down. So ladies and gentlemen, this is attorney Audra Riley. She's running for District County Judge number 3.
Almost. Criminal District Court 3.
Criminal District.
Yes.
So much. So thank you for being here. We want, for me, we want to bring things to the people. We need to talk to you guys. We need to understand, because it's easy to see you up there in your robe and you have to make your decisions, but we don't understand A, the journey, and B, everything that you have to go through.
Yeah.
So just real quickly, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so again, I'm Audra Riley. My entire career, I'm running for a criminal felony bench. And so I'm running for a criminal felony bench because my entire career has been based around criminal justice. I was born and raised in Texarkana, Texas, from a low to middle income family. They taught us, good values. I went off to college. I really did not want to go to college. I was scared of college, to be quite honest with you. I always made great grades, but I didn't know what college was. I didn't have stories from my parents because I'm the first one in my family to go to college. But my dad, this is not a made up story. He literally sat me down in the 11th grade on his lap and said, Audra, you're my baby girl. I want you to go to college. And the household that I grew up in, you don't ask questions. You just say, hey, Daddy, okay. And so, I went. I actually wanted to go to the Air Force, but I went on to college, did pretty good in college. I graduated graduated with honors. I went to Sam Houston State University because I knew I wanted to pursue criminal justice. I didn't know kind of what I wanted to do, but that's what I was interested in.
Is that what that school is known for? Their criminal justice school?
Yeah. Yeah, so of course I wanted to go to like PV or somewhere like that, but I chose Sam because that was one of the best schools in the area that was known for their criminal justice program. So that's why I chose Sam Houston State University. And I guess I got to backtrack just a little bit. I was interested, or I became interested in criminal justice because my mother and my sister both work. So in Texarkana, you have a couple of, good jobs where you can make a decent money. And TDC, the prison system, was one of them. So my mom, she worked at TDC in administration for a little bit. And my sister, she worked at TDC as a guard. So, my sister would have on her gray uniform on, and my mom, they would come home and they would tell me all these stories, and it just kind of intrigued me, right? So I went on to college. I did graduate with honors. I struggled in history. That just wasn't my subject. I still graduated with honors.
Great.
And let's see. And then from there, I went to Thurgood Marshall School of Law. That was a blessing. That was a real blessing. And to be quite honest with you, I'm glad I can be candid right now because I don't really get to talk like this.
Yeah, come on. That's what we do. We have fun.
Yeah, and I'm saying this because I'm not judged yet. I hope I am judged, but regardless of if I'm judged or not, this is my journey and I have come, quite a long way. So my GPA from college was good. I mean, I graduated with honors, but then you have to take this test to get into law school. And my score was kind of average. So I was, I didn't know if I was going to get in, but Thurgood Marshall, those are the students that they look for, those students with great potential to do well, instead of just basing it on this standardized test that they give to everyone. So I was grateful for Thurgood Marshall for allowing me to come in and pursue their law program. And I got through the 3 years. The first year was kind of like a big learning curve, but I got through the 3 years. I graduated from Thurgood Marshall with honors as well. So I was, I was happy about that. And I studied my butt off for the bar, and then I passed the bar the first time around.
Oh, girl, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. You don't really think about it. You just do it, right? Because you're in the middle of it, like in that struggle. But, I applied with the DA's office, Dallas County DA's office. I was hired under the Craig Watkins administration. So I was thankful to him. Yeah. I was really grateful to him and Kevin Brooks. I don't know if you know Kevin Brooks, but he was one of the ones who interviewed me, and he was intrigued by me having that prison. Oh, I didn't tell you that. So while I was at,
you worked in prison during college.
I know. I'm skipping around. Yeah.
Don't worry. I researched you. I got some questions. Don't worry, boo. We got you.
Okay. Thank y'all. So, and keep me straight now. So yeah, when I was at Sam Houston State University, I worked my way through college as a guard. So I knew my mom. Well, my mom wasn't a guard, but my sister was a guard. If you know anything about Sam Houston State University, it's Huntsville. That's where a lot of the prisons are. I actually worked at the prison in Livingston, Texas, about 45 minutes away from Huntsville. That's just where they ended up putting me. And the prison in Livingston is called the Polunsky Unit. I think they changed the name at one point, but they changed it back to the Polunsky Unit. So that is where they house death row inmates. So I actually worked on death row. I worked in the general, the population, the administrative segregation.
From your experience, are the people on death row, are they super tough? Are they kind of quiet, reserved? Like, is it two extremes, or how is it?
Yeah, so I never experienced the far end of the extreme. My experience working death row was really quiet, kind of eerie. Sometimes you would hear like startle noises like a yell or a scream, or you just never know what a person's mental capacity is. So you would hear like things like that. But you know, they didn't bother me. They were really quiet when I worked there.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So once you got out of college, we're just gonna get it. Once you got out of college, you worked for the district attorney's office. So you were a prosecutor initially.
Yeah, so once I graduated from law school, I started practicing at the DA's office. I was an assistant district attorney, better known as a prosecutor. Yes.
Right. How hard is being a prosecutor?
It's hard. It is hard. You are there to, to protect the community, to make sure that the community is treated fairly, and people who commit those offenses against victims, you are there to make sure that they are held accountable. And there are some great prosecutors there. I've seen some not so good prosecutors there. But if you're doing your job, it's not an easy job. It's not an 8 to 5, 9 to 5 job. It's just not. Especially with those bigger cases, when you sit down and you talk to those victims of like child abuse cases, the little witnesses. That's tough, right? When you have to sit down with family members who have just lost, a dad, a brother, a son, that's tough. And once you leave that office, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there. Yeah. If you have,
I'm a school teacher, and I tell people it's not over once I leave that school. And to deal with so much, you have to be a strong person to be able to deal with that emotional roller coaster that you face every day, dealing with, like you say, families and the community and things of that nature. How long were you a prosecutor?
I was there a little under 10 years. Just a little under 10 years.
Okay. You look so young.
Wait a minute.
You look so young.
Oh, yeah, that was my next question. We are thinking you like 25, 27.
I am 40 years old.
Wow. 40 club.
Yeah. I turned 40 in December.
Happy late early birthday.
So you at least got a chance to have a birthday.
I did, but I was campaigning, but it was pre-COVID, so you're right about that.
No doubt. And then you became a defense attorney, correct?
Yeah.
How hard was that turn?
It wasn't hard for me at all. It was not hard for me at all. It's in my blood like that. I mean, being a prosecutor was great, right? I mean, you learn a lot. What you learn from there, you can't learn it anywhere else because you get to learn how to try cases. You interact, with police officers, detectives. You get to know kind of, that whole culture. So I took that and I brought it all right on over to my criminal practice. So it wasn't a hard turn for me at all. It was scary because you don't have that 2-week check coming in. Every 2 weeks you don't have that. You're just jumping off,
Right.
So that was scary.
So you have your own firm now?
Yes.
That's great.
I'm a solo practitioner now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. And how long have you been doing that? Hold on.
I have been in solo practice since 2016. So
I was going to say 4 years. I'll give you about 4 years. Yeah. And then one day you woke up or you were sleeping, you woke up out the middle of the night and said, I think I want to be a judge.
It was always in the back of my mind. It was always in the back of my mind. I know what I bring to the table. And sometimes you just have to encourage yourself to do what you think is in your path. And I honestly thought, like, wow, well, I'm glad I can have this conversation. I don't even know. Let me just stop right there. I really feel like, God has kind of set me up, honestly, to like pursue this because I've worked on both sides. I have that perspective of working at TDC. So to me, it was just natural for me to, try it. At least if I fail, I fail, but at least I won't have that regret of not pursuing my goal.
Right.
So what district are you?
Number 3?
Propose. District 3?
Yes, it's Criminal District Court 3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen, I'm from Flint, Michigan. J-Rock is from Austin, Texas. Help me understand, because it's like 32 different courts or numbers I saw. Look, what's the difference in numbers? Or I don't remember the exact number, how many it was, but what's the difference in numbers? Like 3, 5? What?
Okay, yeah, so that's a good question. So there really is no difference. It's just like them specifying what that court is. But when it comes down to criminal district court 3 or criminal district court 5, but the big difference is misdemeanor and then felony. So criminal district court is a felony court. Compared to, let's say, county criminal court 3, that would be a misdemeanor court. So misdemeanor courts here like DWI cases, first time theft cases, the smaller kind of crime. Right. And then the district court, they hear the more serious offenses like the burglary of a habitation, aggravated robbery, child abuse, murder. They hear those cases.
Okay. Now, what do you feel will be your biggest impact if you become elected judge?
I think my biggest impact if I become elected, this is my goal, and if it's my goal and I'm elected, it's going to happen. My biggest thing is fair treatment across the board to everyone. You hear about those disparages in prison sentences, or why did so-and-so get probation, but so-and-so over here got, 5 years, and the records look similar, the cases look similar. So that is why really one of the main reasons that I'm running for, fair sentencing across the board, no matter who you are, what you look like, who you love, what religion you're with, like that. Fairness is fairness.
That's beautiful right there, because it is a disparity. Like you said, someone's gonna get probation, somebody gonna get 3 years. Right. So it might just be the color of the skin that makes a difference to that judge. So that's important to have you.
Let me play devil's advocate, because black women don't like black men. Black women always trying to put black men in the jail. So how do you maintain that fairness level, knowing that people will try to play a race card, a gender card, or any type of card when you're making your decision? Like, how do you personally keep that in mind, even prosecuting and being a defense attorney, whichever situation you've been in?
Yeah, so fairness and being a judge, it comes down to your character and it comes down to your integrity. And if you're an individual who knows they hold grudges, that's just not a position that you need to be in, because you may have a hidden agenda, and that's just not me. I have a black dad, and I'm thankful that he's still alive. And my dad, he has, he's been great to me. But I've also, in the long time ago, I've had relationships, and they just didn't, not good treatment from a black man. But that's not going to make me hold somebody else accountable for something that individual did. You treat everybody, you take them as they are. You have to understand that everybody didn't come from the same background. Everyone has, some people they just don't have the different resources that other people have. The criminal justice system or the criminal court, it's not really. It's designed to help people, but of course you have to punish those who commit those crazy offenses, like the real violent offenses. But that's just not in my heart. I want to help people who need the help, those people who do commit those murder cases and the evidence is there, those people who do predators on our children and the evidence is there, then might be prison.
So do you feel, especially with this Black Lives Matter thing going, do you feel like a social worker should be implemented more so within the when police go out, or people need to be more examined for mental health issues before just being sentenced to death row? Like, how do you feel about that? Like,
okay, so I think that was kind of like a two-part question. What's the question?
So the first one is, how do you feel about, there's been discussion about social workers and caseworkers going with cops when they're having these situations. I'll ask you that. How do you feel about that? And second, you turn it to mind when you prosecute, when you announce your judgment or listening to a case.
Okay, let me answer the first question. So I think it would be a great idea if social workers yeah, social workers, but there's not just social workers, but social workers, someone in the industry could go out with police officers when they go out on calls, more specifically those calls that involve when they know it's someone that they're going out to see that has some sort of mental health illness. I mean, police officers, I believe they have to go to college and they have to, I don't know if it's a BA, but I know that they have to have some college hours, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, that it's in therapy or some sort of uh, that involves how to interact with the public. And I know they have training, but that's not their main job. So to have a social worker or someone like a mental health crisis type person out there with them to try and help gauge their decision, because you know they're trained to you know well, I won't use that word, but they're trained when they're in a combative situation like that. They want to resolve it and they're supposed to use as least force as possible, but they're not in the mindset that a therapist would be in. That's what I'm trying to say. So that would
Okay. Gotcha.
I got a question. Miss Audra,
yes.
why is Chicago still trying to go for Jussie Smollett?
I don't know. And I think there's been like some recent development with that. And I've been campaigning so much. You may need to like tell me what's going on, but I have no idea.
Well, you know, because he said he didn't do it, and the brother said, yeah, he did. And so, you know, he paid his money. He paid whatever he's supposed to pay to the city, like $30,000. Did his community service, and now they're coming for him again for the same charges. You know, a false. What was it? A false police record. Police report. I'm like, isn't that a big deal? Y'all spending more time, not you. They're spending more time just, you know, going through the hamster wheel than just letting it fall, just let it go, you know.
Yeah, some people like that, in my opinion, they don't need to be in office. They're trying to prove a point, and I don't think that's necessary. Yeah.
All right. Last serious question I think I'm going to ask you. Your thoughts on the whole Black Lives Matter, the whole protest, even the consideration of them saying we're going to arrest these people. How do you feel about that? How I have so many questions for you. God, we need more than 30 minutes. You're amazing. So what is your take on that? What is your take on just getting to that equal playing field for all people?
Yeah, so I think I feel the way most Black people feel. The Black Lives Matter movement was needed. It was necessary. And I'm pretty sure we all have great friends that are white, but it's different when, you know, we are the ones who actually get negative treatment. We don't know we know what privilege is. They don't necessarily see it because they are the privileged ones,
Yeah.
but we see it. Even honestly, I mean, we've all experienced it. I want to say, or most of us, through college, not necessarily law school, but even at the DA's office, it's there. It may be spoken of, but it's there. And so I'm glad the Black Lives Matter movement. It's really more than a movement, but I'm glad that it's here. I'm glad that people are finally waking up and saying, hey. There is a huge problem in the way that Black people are treated compared to white people. We need to change this, and there have been white people standing up for us just as well. So I'm happy that you know, there are, you know, several people out there protesting for the Black Lives Matter movement. Not just Black people, white people, Latino people.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about it. I'm thrilled, and I hope it continues until we see real change.
Yes.
You know, I said that earlier today. I said I'm glad my white friends don't be tripping, because I would hate to go off. I'm glad they understand what this is all about.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need no white friends in my life right now telling me all lives matter. Not right now. Not right now.
Yeah.
You know, understand what this is about. Audrey, before we get out of here, go ahead and do your pitch. Talk to the people. Let them know what to, you know, when to vote, why to vote, and how amazing you really are.
Oh.
Did she freeze? Audrey froze.
Oh, you're on the phone. Did she?
She might be on the phone.
Oh.
She looked frozy froze.
At first, I thought she was doing it on purpose.
We'll see. If not, you know, this is
But
Audra.
Her website
Oh, there
is.
she go. Oh no, she left.
Her website is down there. She gave us some good information. You know, she excited me. I was like, man, I'm gonna be a lawyer now. I'm gonna go to law.
That was amazing.
That was good.
I'll give her a couple seconds to see if she get back in. We're gonna log out in about 1 or 2 minutes so we can get ready for y'all for the Wild Out Radio Thursday night
house party. So y'all go get your little sippy sip. Go get your other stuff. You sip and your other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So for more information, there she go. There she go.
There she go.
Let me add her to the.
Is that mirror messing up? I need to scoot over.
I don't see.
Is she back?
Look.
Is she back?
Wait. The shirt too, though. Woo!
I was trying to move the mirror out of the way. Okay.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, we need one of them shirts.
Hey, I'll get one. I have more. A few more.
Yeah, we definitely gonna need one of them shirts. But we was gonna let you go. We were just gonna say, just go ahead and give your final pitch. Go ahead and talk to the people. Let them know, you know, everything you need to let them know.
Yeah. So, can I just say this real quick because I kind of think it's important. When I disconnected, you were saying that you don't need your white friends in your life right now. Saying that, what were you saying, that all lives matter? And I was agreeing. All lives matter. Yeah, I was agreeing with you, and I was saying that if they're saying all lives matter, it's because they don't get it. But instead of us getting upset, if we think they are real quality friends, it's an opportunity for us to sit down and educate them. That's all I wanted to say. So yeah, thank you guys so much for having me on your show. I'm so thankful that you reached out to me and we were able to connect. So this is truly a blessing. And so I am Audra Riley. I'm currently in a runoff for Criminal District Court number 3. There's one more day to early vote. Election day is July 14th. And if you haven't already voted, I encourage you to vote. Look me up. My website is www.ahhrileyforjudge.com. And feel free to right there. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. And hopefully I'll earn your support. Hopefully I'll earn your vote.
Hey. You are more than welcome to come back to the show.
Hey, I like y'all giving me life. Y'all giving me energy. There's something about this combination with y'all. I like it.
Hey, this the PG show because you're running for judge.
This is the PG show. Wait till the next. Okay.
But if you ever want to turn up with us, you can definitely turn up with us. But we love you. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for coming.
I'll be honest. I told J-Rock, I said, are we going to put the flyer on the website? She said, well, I don't know. I got to hear what she say. So we're going to endorse her.
I didn't roll my neck like that.
Listen, I understand. You need to know who I am, and I get it.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I respect you. Thank you for coming on the show. So informative. You are, then you and Spaceship, I probably didn't hardly say like 3 words. So I'm like, that was awesome though. That was great.
Okay.
So, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we're going to talk to you again after you win this runoff.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good evening.
Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Audra Riley. Hey.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see y'all in 3 minutes, man. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy. Go MC Spaceship Awaits the Incredible.
I'll go DJ like J-Rock.
Thank y'all for coming to this live interview with attorney Audra Riley, man. Peace. Peace.